set, go. Hit me. Hey.
Why do you like to use
Hey.
No, he just overhyping it.
Nah, you a hater. This is our intro, man. Welcome to the Triple Threat Sportscast. Thank you, kindly. Thank you all. Remember, please, if you find us on YouTube, man, hit that red subscribe button, click that yellow notification bell. You know, make sure it's on always. Get our uploads. Get uploads. Get all the episodes, everything. Right down here, Shamar. Right here, Shamar for president on IG. Sitting here with Dice.
It's your boy Dyson.
Excellent execution.
And Rios over there. What's up?
Acknowledge me.
Never.
Yo, also, nice plug and everything. I like the YouTube thing, but we on TikTok.
Oh, we are also on TikTok now. Yes, you can find us on Triple Threat Sportscast on TikTok as well.
You got the link up there too.
Yeah, we can put that all up there. TikTok, Instagram,
We on
YouTube,
What's
definitely
gonna be next?
going
Probably
there.
Facebook
Everything's going good.
Eventually, we going
Eventually we'll
so
get a Facebook.
Everything's
so.
looking up. Everything looking up. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit Shamar's DMs.
Always
Guys only.
Shamar
Yo,
not
you
for
wild.
president. Not
Shamar for
president.
president all the time, man. All the time, I tell you.
No donations accepted.
All donations accepted, by the way. Yes. All donations, sponsors everything.
What kind of bank you got?
A nice one, thank
Sperm.
you.
Dude's at the sperm donor daily.
Yo, y'all are wow, bro. This is how we starting off the episode. Look at it.
We gotta get some energy. All right, we like freestyling today, so we out here. TikTok booming. YouTube doing good so far. We here. We lit.
Yes,
On the
I'm here.
contrary, you
We're
know.
having a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Glorifying
I'm glad that
sport
we switched to the seating there arrangement because I'm telling you, one day,
It's not gonna happen in his
either
dreams.
way,
In
either
his
way,
dreams.
I love
In his
these
dreams.
guys no matter what. But this guy knows how to push a button because the inconsistency is tremendous, bro.
How am I
Doesn't
inconsistent?
make sense.
How am I inconsistent?
What was the title of the last episode?
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. How am I
You're
inconsistent?
the most inconsistent.
How?
Everything
I think you're a Chiefs fan,
bandwagon.
And what bandwagon?
I feel like you need to convert. I think you
I don't
need
need
to
to
like
convert
you need-
anything. I think you like to fit a narrative and don't put no context in it. Everything has
I did.
context. No, you don't.
There's shorts.
Never.
There's reels.
Never. There's reels.
There's everything
shorts.
about it.
The
There's
shorts.
There's
no.
facts on the
no.
podcast showing
The
that you
shorts.
said it.
No.
Dice.
No.
Did he
The
not
shorts.
say it?
The shorts fit your narrative.
My
it doesn't.
narrative.
It doesn't give anything in context. Everything has context to it. You want to put a narrative out
They
there.
need to watch and see, and they can make
Hey,
their
well,
own judgment.
they-
They can watch
listen.
it. So, matter of fact, do me a favor, everybody that's watching this. Let us know who's the most inconsistent. What do you feel about Shamar not for
Leave a
president?
little comment down there in the
Please,
box. Just
because
let
this
us know
guy,
who
he
you
needs
think's
a
more
reality
consistent.
check.
All right. Everybody likes to fit a narrative. You know what I'm saying?
He feels attacked.
I don't feel attacked. I feel everybody fits a narrative. That's good then. You know what I mean? You know, can't agree with everything. You know, everything has context, by the way.
Sure.
Wanna
Everything
know-
has context.
In
To cut you
fact,
off. Want to know what I like? I went back to some of the episodes after you said it, and I did notice every time we talk about the Chiefs, it's always we got to do this, we got to do that.
right? I'm telling you, this guy.
I'm
he
not
should-
throwing shade. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's
well,
fact. I think
technically
might
you
be-
are.
What you should,
I think technically you are.
what you should start doing is right. I think you should be like the Kelsey amount. I think you should get like a half a Giants, half Chiefs jersey.
Nah, I just
Yeah, I think that's what you
no.
should do.
I
I'ma
used
bring you
I
like a
used
Chiefs hat.
I
You gotta
used
wear
it again. I speak in context of the team. That's one. Number two, I mentioned the Chiefs a lot just to kind of befuddle his
So how come
delusion
when you
about
talk
the
about my team, you don't say
about
we?
the
Or when you
because
talk
I
about
don't
his team, you don't
I
say
don't
we.
talk.
You don't
well,
claim us, but
what
you claim
happened?
the Chiefs, right?
First off,
Now I'm getting mad.
I did say we in a reference to the Steelers one time.
No.
If you
Your
go back
boys.
to the cast, you
We're
catch
your
it.
boys.
But I'll
And you don't say
never,
we.
every time I can't even sit here and give the Bengals their due flowers because
You never
this
do.
guy
You
over
never
here
do.
just
You never
be,
do.
You
You
know,
never
He's
do.
glazing them worse than Krispy Kreme.
like
never do.
like to
You
get
never
his
do.
to
But
get
he
his
never says we for us. That's all I'm saying.
you
I'm
know
just
to
saying.
get to the delusion
I
out of him.
don't need your flowers.
Yeah,
I'm fucking.
listen.
I have bouquets, bro. I'm chilling.
You don't want his one flower?
No,
They
I don't want his
got
dead
bouquets.
rose.
They don't got bouquets.
I don't want his dried out flowers.
Hey, listen, I'm not talking about giving it to you. I'm talking
Hey.
about giving it to the team.
You're not
Are you
gonna give
kidding
it to me.
All right, but every time I try to say something decent and give something positive about your team, that's a fact. You go ahead with your delusional
What?
self. And
There's no
then-
delusion. It's
that-
facts I speak. I'm a
and
numbers guy.
It's delusion.
I only speak facts.
It's delusion.
I've
And
been
guys
given
and
Patrick
numbers,
Mahomes his flowers, anything more than I ever cared to.
You had no choice. That's
What
why.
do you mean I had no choice?
You had no choice.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
It makes
this
you-
is the narrative you bring out. This is the narrative that you go with it, and you think that
No,
everybody
because
forgets it.
I mean, you could sit here and just say, you had to.
Had to what?
You had to give
I
Patrick
don't gotta
Mahomes
do
his flowers.
anything.
Well, you gave him his flowers because you had to.
No, because
And
I
there's no way-
respect game. Like I don't. I'm not a LeBron fan. I just understand his game. I respect game. I'm not a Patrick Mahomes fan. I just respect game.
I mean,
But
you
he's the
should.
GOAT.
He's the god
And
right
you
now.
can't
He's the
remove that.
quarterback
the
god.
GOAT.
You can't
Tom
admit
Brady's
that.
the GOAT.
Tom
He's
Brady-
the GOAT currently playing.
He's
yes.
the quarterback god right now.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not to
quarterback
me.
god. Who's the quarterback god? If you
There's
fucking
no
say
quarterback
Joe Burrow.
god.
He is a
Quarterback
quarterback
god
god.
is Tom Brady. If I had to pick a
Yes,
quarterback
all
god.
time. Yes, all
Yeah.
time. Yes, but currently playing in the
Right.
I
NFL.
don't know about
it's
y'all, but I
Mahomes.
don't switch up my gods. So I'm just saying.
No, Brady's gonna be the god forever.
No, but that's
not
what
I'm saying.
no. But it gets to my point.
Currently
That's-
playing
It's
the god that is still in the NFL.
he knows
playing
it's
is
Joe.
Mahomes.
He knows it's Joe Burrow. He wants to say Joe
I
Burrow.
didn't say a word.
No,
Don't
and here's
make
and,
my
all
own.
right, so,
I can speak for
because we
myself.
know.
I'm a grown
all right,
man.
so let me ask you a question then. Let me ask
Hey, yo, this is spicy.
Yo, yeah.
That's fire, right?
Yeah, that shit nice. That boy, that nice. That real leather?
Hashtag Spencer's. Let me know.
Hey,
Hey, yo.
Sponsor me.
sponsor.
I upgraded that.
So let me ask you a question then. If Joe Burrow
Sure.
came off,
Are we going off?
if,
Okay,
if
let's
Joe
go.
Burrow came off of back-to-back Super Bowls and back-to-back Super Bowl MVPs, and I heard the nerve to say Josh Allen is better than Joe Burrow, you would sit here right now, and if you think inconsistent would be that'd be the lightest of words you would use at that point.
What?
Is inconsistent because you wouldn't be able to hear me say that. Guess what? Joe Burrow coming back off of back-to-back Super Bowls, back-to-back Super Bowl MVPs, and I say some other quarterback is better than him right now. When obviously that wouldn't be the case. Correct?
I don't give Patrick Mahomes all the credit because it's not only him that's doing it. Yes, he's doing all these things, running around. He has amazing O-line. He has amazing O-line.
He did not like that comment.
Right?
It's not about
he
liking
has
a comment.
his coaching staff that's impeccable. Andy Reid, I showed you guys how he won the Super Bowl. Andy Reid already played this in his head before the game even started. He had this game unformulated and everything. It was a precious play. Drew Luck and Daniel Jones could have made that touchdown pass because Andy Reid drew up the play. That's what I'm saying. I give him his due credit. He's doing it and everything. But you act like he's the only one that's doing anything. If without Patrick Mahomes, you think it would be dog water, and I don't think so.
I didn't say without him it would be dog water. What I'm saying is it's Patrick Mahomes and then there's everybody else. Then there's everybody else.
For now, I gave him his credit. I told him he's the top one. He's the top quarterback.
Do
for
you
now,
do you
yes, I did say
understand
that
what these quarterbacks are gonna have to do?
because I see the potential of everybody else that's gonna be going.
Do you understand what they're gonna have to do?
I'm
Remind
never
you,
gonna sit there and be
he's-
like, this guy is the greatest of all time
I
right
didn't
now
say-
for what he's doing.
I
That's
didn't
Tom
say-
Brady.
I didn't
Tom
say
Brady
he
got
was-
7 rings to prove it.
I didn't say anything about
Patrick
him being
Mahomes
the
is
GOAT.
doing his thing respectfully, but I feel like to be the best, you got to beat everybody, and he's this one guy that he still doesn't beat consistently,
Oh my god.
and that's it. And it's my guy.
And your guy is
You already know. Look above your head, bro.
so
We here.
so
Who days?
Andy Dalton, baby.
so we're dismissing Super Bowls then.
I'm
We're
just
gonna
saying.
dismiss the accolades.
We're not dismissing Super Bowl. We're speaking realistic time span. Either way, the most consistent guy that beats him is one guy. Patrick Mahomes does win. He does do his thing. But consistently, when it comes to 10 out of 10 games, Patrick Mahomes is still losing more than half. That's what I'm telling you.
listen, yes.
That's
Your
I
man's-
gave
your-
him
y'all-
his
yeah,
flowers.
okay,
I say
listen,
he's doing phenomenal. He's doing his thing. But so far to be at the top of it, I don't think so.
All right, listen.
But his team is phenomenal. His coaching staff is
Wait,
phenomenal.
wait,
His
wait,
O line's
wait.
phenomenal.
You
I'm gonna let y'all go.
His running back is great.
go ahead.
He has the best tight end in the league.
I'm gonna keep saying this, right? I'm not discrediting y'all because yes, y'all always beat the Chiefs, but when it matters the most,
We
y'all-
beat them at
They
Arrowhead.
won a Super Bowl,
Sure. Against the Eagles. We would've
two
beat the
Super
Eagles.
Bowls,
So he's been playing
two
in-
Super
he's
Bowls.
been
They
pl-
win when it matters.
So he's been playing in the league for 7 years. Talk about Patrick Mahomes. He has 2 MVPs, 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
And he won what, 4?
He
went to 4 and he lost 1, right?
He went to he went to
went to 4 and
lost
lost
1. Yeah.
That's good ass numbers.
I mean, listen. And
No,
this is
it's
only
not
in his
bad.
7
It's not. I'm
years.
not saying
Yeah,
anything
I know.
negative. I'm saying
calm down.
realistically.
Calm
Let's
down.
look at it on
This dude's
paper.
getting tight.
No, because you guys, you
wanna switch
sit
seats?
there. No, because if you switch seats, I'm dropping them. I'm telling you, this guy doesn't
Will
understand
not-
the
will not
knowledge.
happen. Will
Listen,
not
Patrick
happen.
Mahomes is smart for everything he does. He's smart for his teammates. He's smart for doing his contract restructuring. He's smart for keeping key players like Travis Kelce and his own line and making sure his defense is up to par with Chris Jones and making sure they contain it and keeping Andy Reid and the coaching staff. Harrison Buckner, make sure they stay there. Everybody that's been there has been there because of his contract situation, which is smart and everything.
Yes.
But he's not doing it alone. I'm telling you, you got to look at somebody alone when they sit there, number one in the draft, injured for a year because of MCL and ACL. Then he gets a rookie wide receiver that he had from college, went to the Super Bowl after injury, that beats Patrick Mahomes consistently, the number one guy. He's beat Josh Allen consistently, beats Lamar Jackson, top quarterbacks, and then saying that he's on the worst team from number one, that everybody agrees on. When you get the number one draft, you're on the worst team, but he gets no love.
Nobody said he didn't get no love.
Yes.
I never said he didn't get no love.
Who does he get love?
He thinks Joe Burrow doesn't get any love, and we're not saying Joe Burrow doesn't
give
get
him
love. They give him
but
all the
That boy's gonna
Hey.
be injury prone.
But
Hey, yo,
Show.
don't even-
well, no. First off, yeah, he is. He's
I-
out injured. But
I'm
even
just speaking realistic. Like, nobody likes the facts and everything about it. Everybody, you are one of them. But put Patrick Mahomes on this pedestal. You ever see 40-Year-Old Virgin, the movie? You put it on the pedestal, all right? That's what you're doing. All right? Yeah, that's what you're
I'm
doing.
putting Patrick Mahomes on the no. I'm saying that right. I'm saying he's the best. He's the quarterback god right now, and
But did he not have?
but he has everything, every accolade, every single thing to back up that statement right now, including the play on the
Everything.
field. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Not everything.
They're definitely lacking in an area.
I'm not talking about the
okay,
Chiefs
okay,
as a
okay,
team.
okay.
I'm talking about Mahomes
Just
as
him
a
himself?
quarterback.
Just him
As
himself?
a quarterback right
As
now.
a quarterback on paper,
right now.
I think probably the best
Wait.
quarterback on paper might
I'm
be
not
like
talking about on paper, bro.
Jared Goff or somebody.
I'm saying with all the accolades I just described right now, as far as levels with this right now, Patrick Mahomes right now is the best. Nobody's come
I
close.
understand, but I'm saying the situation he was put in was way better than anybody else's, and then to go from there, nobody's acknowledging that because, like I said, he sat down a year. He had Alex Smith as a quarterback. That was good. His team was good. He wasn't an overall first round pick.
Nope.
They didn't have like real issues that
That's
Joe
why
Burrow's
he's so
had.
good. He's not first round.
That's what I'm saying. So
Cool.
Mahomes.
Mahomes
either way,
is
but I'm
15th
saying,
overall,
That's
but
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
like I'm saying, there's
He's-
things there that helped him tremendously. But like I said, when we looking at my team and everything that's going from there, and then you're saying like we're an overnight success, our time is due, our time window's going to close. You gotta understand, when we went to the Super Bowl, I sent it to you guys. 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen, they're not even in the league anymore that we have when we were in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow took that team from what it was to there. Patrick Mahomes could never, and he has never.
So wait.
Before he was there, Travis Kelce was there. Travis Kelce didn't even want him. I see Travis Kelce. Oh man, losing Alex Smith is gonna be tough.
Yeah, because
Cool. That's what I'm saying. You had team players. Tyreek was there. He did his thing. He lost Tyreek. He did his thing because he had a tremendous O-line. Isaiah Pacheco. He has key players. Joe Burrow didn't have any of that. That's what I'm telling you. And then we developed all around him. And then you had this narrative saying that Joe Burrow's only good because he's always played with talent.
yes,
When?
LSU, he always played in
LSU he played with talent, and remember
Okay.
he
After that, what happened?
And-
What happened
and
in
what
the
happened?
first league? In the first,
So,
what happened in
so the first 5
got hurt.
games of his career when he tore his MCL and his ACL, he was out. The moment he got back healthy, all of a sudden he has an influx of talent around him.
Who's the influx? A rookie wide receiver, right?
He was a top
You gotta-
5 pick.
you got-
He wasn't just some
because
regular
because
rookie
Joe
wide
Burrow
receiver.
said to pick him. That's why, right? He had no O line. He had no tight end CJ Uzama that he made look great, and then he got paid from the Jets.
Okay.
T. Higgins, his second year, didn't do anything. Tyler Boyd was on the Bengals team. They didn't do much there when Andy Dalton was throwing him there.
We're not talking about you.
I'm talking overall consensus. I'm talking overall. I'm saying Patrick Mahomes was set up better than Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow's still there. So Patrick Mahomes got better accolades because he already had a better setup. Then you gotta go through the mud.
Okay, so what does that have to do with? There's 2 different situations, and not necessarily because the Chiefs didn't start winning Super Bowls until Mahomes became quarterback.
So they were never like a playoff team. They never won a Super Bowl before Mahomes. That's what you're telling me.
They won 1 Super Bowl in the early
Okay,
time
cool.
of the Super Bowl.
Let me paint you a picture.
What I'm saying
The
is,
playoffs, the Bengals had 4 playoff wins before Joe Burrow was there. Since Joe Burrow's been there, I think there's like 5. Since he's been there.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a harder route. Everybody should know there was a harder route.
I'm not giving Joe Burrow his credit or his due. I've never said Joe Burrow is a terrible quarterback. I never said he was mediocre. I've never said any of that about Joe Burrow. You right now, you're taking it because you taking it. No, you taking it, pause, because you have to admit that,
I've said it multiple times.
Patrick Mahomes now is
I've even gave Mahomes. I didn't even keep Joe Burrow in my top 10 last year. And he was above 500 and he was doing great with the injury. I could have put him there. I could have took off. Who was my top 10? Somebody trash. I could have took them off easy. But no, I fully understand the game and I know what's needed and what's happening. When you get set up, good.
When you get set up, good. And I mean, you can however you want to put it. Ain't no
sauce on his facts.
Because he still had to go in there and he still had to do what he had to do. Just because he was set up properly doesn't mean he was going to deliver on any of that.
Sure, but he has because he was set up.
He has because he was set up, or he has because he's just that damn good. And you can say that too. And
I don't know. What would Patrick Mahomes be if there was no Andy Reid? If there was no Travis Kelce? He'll be the same.
The same thing. The same thing. I could say no.
I don't know about this.
No, I didn't say the same. I didn't say the same. Wait, because I never.
Let him finish.
Because I don't ever get to finish. I say one thing.
Hey, yo.
And then whatever. Y'all, wow. The same thing could be said about Joe Burrow without Zach Taylor.
What do you mean? Joe Burrow did great in college. Did Patrick Mahomes do great?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Did they retire his number? Or
Mahomes was great in college.
Great.
Yes.
Who had a better college career? That's what I'm trying to say.
He went to Texas Tech.
Who had a better college career?
Oh, collegially is good to be Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I think, has the all-time passer record for guys in the season, doesn't he?
That's one thing you ever gave Joe Burrow. Next.
You mean that's one thing I ever gave Joe Burrow? It's a fact. That's why I never said Joe Burrow wasn't Joe Burrow. I never say he was awful. I never said he's not a good quarterback. But you know what's so crazy
about it? I'm a Bengals fan, and I defend Joe Burrow that day. You're not even a Chiefs fan. That's what you say on record.
Okay.
But now you are.
No.
So what are you?
It's not even being a Chiefs fan.
Daniel Jones.
It's not even that hard about a Chiefs fan. This is about your narrative taking that you always do. Because if Joe Burrow had the same accolades as Patrick Mahomes and someone had the nerve to even question if there was a quarterback better than him, you'd be sitting here right now doing backflips, defending the whole thing, talking about how that person is crazy and delusional, that they shouldn't even talk football.
Because of this.
No. This is what I'm saying. You can't fit the narrative the way you want it all the time, bro.
Fitting no narrative, it's facts. So you can't. The number one draft pick is never gonna get somewhere tremendous like what he's done. Have you seen any other draft pick that drafted number one in the league done what he's done?
We just said that the last time you said what? Michael
First
Vick?
off, who the number one draft pick who's doing what Burrow did? What you talk about in the rookie season or just
in general?
In general, we got Michael Vick.
That's what we said.
Michael Vick didn't go to the Super Bowl.
No, but you're saying
you're talking about impact, dude.
I'm not saying impact. I'm saying in general. I'm saying what he's done from a number one from a horrible team to get him to play out to contention and
Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman. There's a whole bunch of number ones who did that. Peyton Manning was number one. He won a Super Bowl. Who else? Let's see. John Elway did it. He was number one. Eli Manning did it. He was picked number one. Eli Manning didn't win 2 Super Bowls. Knock it off, bro. Knock it off.
What about my man?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Just discredited my guy now?
Like
he made an impact on my team.
These things do happen on occasion, but what I'm saying is right now, all I'm saying is take the accolades off of Patrick Mahomes and put them on Joe Burrow and let somebody say, hey, by the way.
Coming.
Yes, okay. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, okay.
They coming.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
Yo, you wow.
He was the one that said he can't finish.
But, hey, yo.
So, like, on paper, right? If we making a team, let's do this. Making a team. Like an offensive team. Like a fantasy team.
Mm-hmm.
Who's you going to be your picks?
Okay, so you could pick all-time people? All-time
Sure.
whoever is not playing still?
No, currently.
Currently, quarterback's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes. I've seen.
It depends. It depends on the situation. So let's say we're playing like Madden. I'm picking Michael Vick. I'm going. But currently, I'm picking Lamar. But I'm saying if you had to coach a team and just watch him and see from what it was, Who are you picking? If you had a coach, you're not playing the game now. You're coaching and you're picking them. Anybody you wanted. Your quarterback, your running back, your tight end, and your receivers. Don't worry about the O-line because that's
All right, so you go first, and then.
Well, I got to go first.
All right, you want to go first?
Well, who am I picking as a quarterback?
Yeah, quarterback,
Quarterback,
running back, tight
and
end,
two
receivers. Get 2 receivers.
And we're talking about current day.
Current
Yeah.
players? Okay.
Current players.
Current day. Mahomes still would have been the same thing regardless. And he's, and he's
But you're coaching. You're the coach.
I'm the coach.
Yeah, you're the coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mahomes. Jay Jettas, obviously. Tyreek Hill. He has an element.
This dude's got the same fucking 3 picks I was going to say.
Yeah, tight end obviously is going to be Kelsey. And running back, that's a CMC, obviously, a CMC.
I feel like a bandwagon because I had basically the same thing.
Jesus.
All right, so
You are a bandwagon.
I'm going to go with Mahomes. I'm not a bandwagon. I'm going to go with Mahomes. Tight end, I wanted to say Kelsey, but I think I'll go with Mark Andrews, whatever. He's still a really good tight end.
Yeah.
Jay Jettas. I think Debo because you could flex him. Pause. Not like that. Running back CMC. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, Henry. I'll go Henry. I had the same pick as him. Not gonna lie, before he even said that, but I'll swap it up a little bit.
Coaching.
I feel like any of those people that we picked so far, they can teach you things too, as a coach.
Coaching. I'm thinking. I gotta pick Joe Burrow. My running back's gonna be
Okay. Joe Mixon.
no. This is now getting to the depth. I want to say Derrick Henry, but I feel like he's not fast enough. He's big as hell.
That boy can run through anybody.
He could. But I'm looking at. But I'm gonna stay with Derrick Henry because I can't take a top. I'm picking Jettas and Jamar. Because I feel like Jettas could get the high point, no matter what. What the fuck is that? Jettas could get the high point and come there because you need the height, whatever. Jamar's fast. Not Tyreek fast, but fast. My tight end.
It's tough because there's only really 3.
I'm thinking Kittles.
I was gonna say the top 3 is Kelsey, Andrews, and Kittle. Those are the top 3.
I just like Kittle's overall game because he could be a good blocker, and he could catch the ball. He could run fast. Derrick Henry's gonna put the element of power and then speed eventually. But Jettas and Jamar, I don't think anybody could contain him out there. Yeah. And then Jamar gets those yak too, the yards at the catch, compared to any other receiver. Okay. And he had Joe Burrow that's already there.
I think you said you were gonna pick Lamar.
I said if I play Madden, I'm picking Lamar.
Okay.
I'm running on you. I'm cooking.
Yeah. Can't
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
Anyway, so
I'm running on you.
that's the
But
narrative.
I'm saying coaching wise, that's the only reason because I feel like I don't know. I give Andy Reid his flowers because I don't think Patrick Mahomes would be Patrick Mahomes without the structured coaching that he has. That's just my opinion.
I get what you're saying, but I still think that he's not going to be terrible without Andy Reid. Yeah, the coach plays a big part, but the players themselves
has to have
they
talent.
play.
Everybody has talent in the NFL.
Huh?
Everybody has talent in the NFL.
That's cap.
That's a cap.
Kadarius Toney, what's his fucking talent? Dropping the fucking balls.
No, the punt return.
He made one good ass play in the Super Bowl.
He's a good punt returner overall. He didn't mess up anything in punt returner.
All right, so that was just your narrative. Anyway, let's get into some current stuff.
We're supposed to talk about basketball, really.
We got basketball. We got into all of this, but I guess
Yeah.
we'll get into basketball in a moment. Before we get there was a couple of moves that was made. NFL wise, first off, the biggest one that we got to talk about is L'Jarius Sneed getting traded from the Chiefs to the Titans, and then the Titans signing him to a huge contract.
Fans paid him.
Hey, they paid him. They gave him
like
that
19
bag.
million a
It's
year.
like 4 years for like 76, 77 million.
Yeah, it breaks down to 19 a year.
It does,
The Titans looking scary to me because they got Cheeto. Cheeto's good, but he didn't play good last year. But like I said, coming off the knee injury, And it takes knowing from myself the knee injury. The doctor told me I'm not going to be regular till after a year.
Yeah.
So he already did his year, and now he's going to be regular, and it's going to be tough. That's the whole thing. That's the whole reason I didn't want to lose Cheeto, but I understand why they let him go.
Did we say his contract fully or no?
No.
All right, so the Titans signed Ladarius Sneed to a 4-year deal, right? $76.4 million.
Yeah, it breaks to 19,
19
a
million,
year.
19 a year.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, he's getting paid more than the receivers.
I mean,
It's a lot of bread.
He's not getting paid more than.
But like
receivers.
I said, he is getting paid more than some receivers.
He is getting paid more than some receivers. Yeah.
Than Curtis Samuel.
Yeah. Well,
But
quarterback and wide receiver, those are two interchangeable positions. They one goes with the other.
I'm telling you that Tennessee is gonna be hard
They're
throwing
gonna
the
be
ball
good.
out
It's
down
just
that
the
field.
quarterback situation that we have to look out
It's
for.
the quarterback situation.
Tennessee? Will Levis is a dog.
And no,
It's his first. It's going to be his first full year. Because
Yeah.
he played only a couple of games because they kept on flopping him.
but I tell you what
dog,
though,
bro.
they
So, no, I'm not saying
they
that.
going
he likes
out.
mayo on his coffee, so yeah, he's a little different.
That man could take a hit
They're
too.
going out there. They're getting Calvin Ridley to go with DeAndre.
They're doing good. I'm
and
telling you,
Tony Pollard
Brian Callahan
and
is making a huge impact.
he's
And
going.
I love that for them
He's going down there and
because he was a Bengals offensive coordinator.
You
Now
know,
he's their head coach.
going down there and just making it happen for them. And you know, in certain situations, you
Yeah, Tony
gotta.
Pollard. They doing
No,
it
they're
up.
making some moves.
Tennessee's gonna look intimidating next year.
We're not saying that. I just think the quarterback is going to be the only rocky thing, only because it's going to be his first full year.
I don't see it being an issue. They still
Well,
got D
I'm not
Hop.
saying it's going to be an issue, but it's
still
still
got-
going to be his first full year. So yeah, it's going
Not
to
a
be
rookie
a little,
though.
huh?
It's not like he's a rookie.
I mean, he barely played last year.
No, he played a lot last year.
I was
He
just,
was
More
in
than
and
half
out.
of the season, I
He
think.
was in and out. I thought
I just
he
was
played a
thrown
couple
off.
games and then he got fucking swapped.
I was just thrown off by the whole thing because I honestly thought that they tagged him to
I thought they
hold
tagged
his
him to
rights
keep
to sign him. Yeah.
Darius Sneed. I thought they tagged
Darius
him to
Sneed,
keep
the
him.
They
Chiefs.
did, but the Chiefs, they're doing this to open salary cap, they said.
Is it a smart move now?
I mean,
That
they have
defense
to.
gonna take a hit.
The defense is going to take a
now
hit.
what?
Yes.
No,
That
their defense
backfield's
is-
going to take a hit.
No, but they have stuff. They still got McDuffie
They
down
still
there.
got Trent McDuffie out
He's
there. He's
good
a
too.
shutdown. You know, they had to get Chris. If it came down,
But they
between,
couldn't afford logistics. He was supposed to get paid, and he rightfully did.
And he did, and they couldn't afford him.
He was locking down crazy
Yeah,
receivers.
That's
So,
what I'm saying. It's
it-
gonna
I
be
think
an
he locked
impact.
down Jettas a couple times.
It's going to be an
That's
impact.
what I'm saying.
That's right. It's
So
going to be an
it's-
impact no matter how you look at it.
in
It's
the
going to
Chiefs,
be a loss. Yes.
in the Chiefs situation, it was either him or Chris Jones. And
weren't gonna lose
in
Chris Jones, yeah.
right, in hindsight, they made the right move. You know, you can't ever.
Realistically, yes.
Yeah, you can't give up the pass rush in the middle
you gotta
defensive
say?
lineman for a cornerback. It's more of a.
It depends on the team that they play, to be
Um,
honest. So overall, I mean, Chris Jones gonna get to the line, get it through the line quicker. But how many sacks he had last year? It wasn't anything crazy.
No,
He's a
but
good playoff
he did
lineman.
make the key plays.
He-
when
I think he
listen,
got like 10 sacks last
he-
year.
if-
It
even
he
wasn't
made
that
the key
crazy.
plays when it was needed to win the
Yeah, of
games.
course.
But he rushes, he stops the run. You know, he impacts and allows other guys to. The position that Chris Jones plays is completely. It's invaluable because they do more things that they than they get credit
the
for.
only thing I'm saying is that this is not the old league. They don't give flowers to the running back. They throw that ball. So that's my biggest thing.
Right, but if
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of quarterbacks throwing now there's a lot of mobile quarterbacks out there no matter what. Like Joe Burrow's getting his feet back. C.J. Stroud runs anyway. Desmond Ritter could run.
right,
Anthony Richardson can run.
Brock Purdy's running the ball. Dak is running. This is a running league,
Even
running
Mahomes
and
can run the
throwing.
ball,
That's what
too.
I'm saying.
No, I-
Everybody's
All right.
running and throwing.
So what I'm saying is, on defense, I'm not taking away. No, of course you need the corner. The corner is very important.
yeah.
But
I just don't, like I said, it depends on the situation and the team. So overall, because Chris Jones, how big is he? Pause.
he plays in the middle of the deal. So he's like 300 plus pounds or whatever.
Right, but with like 6'4", 6'5", right?
Something like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then he's chasing down a quarterback. All these quarterbacks can run and throw. He's not really gonna get him as quick as anybody could. But the corner could stop the receiver quicker. That's what I'm saying. In this league now, I don't know who's
still
more
think it's gonna be a big
beneficial.
impact.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm saying that it's a toss up. And like you said, they had to pick a choice, and they picked a choice. It's not wrong, but they did pick a choice. But hopefully, like, it doesn't bite them in the ass, because you look at the top teams that they're gonna play and who's gonna be affected more. Because he does stop the run. He does get sacks and everything. He does do great, but that backfield, like you said, it still might be a gap.
I mean, you have everybody would love to have two booking corners. You would love to have two corners that can shut it down. I just
I think the Titans got him now.
the Titans got him now, and on defense, again, that's going to help a lot. But you ask anybody, what would you rather have? You rather have a shutdown corner, or would you rather have a pass rusher? They're going to take a pass rusher 10 out of 10, and not even think about it twice because
they're old. Look at you.
no, it's not that they're old. It's just that pass rushing affects the game plan and the gameplay a lot more.
Than a pick?
A lot more.
Tell the receivers of Darian Bland, Deron Bland.
Listen, you're not going to get a pick all the time, but you definitely can get a lot of pressures on the quarterback.
Pick sixes.
I mean, you can get a lot of pressures on the quarterback, which can affect the play and the time and the rhythm of play. You can also get a lot of sacks behind that too. You know,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that in this league now, its chance is changing. And
all right,
it's crazy.
So
like I said, they had to pick a choice, and they did the choice. And I'm saying it's not a wrong choice. But I'm saying it's a tough choice.
All right, let me ask you a question. Let me pose this question to you then, and I'll use your team. Let's say L'Jarius Sneed is on your team, right? L'Jarius Sneed or Trey Hendrickson?
You can't compare.
Yes,
Trey Henderson had 17.5 sacks last year. He had 7.5 more than Chris Jones.
Do you understand what I'm saying here?
No, I get what you.
I would just say he's a more effective pass rusher.
Oh, okay.
If you're doing it even,
all right.
No,
No. It's not even to even
I'm
because
saying like Sam Hubbard or L'Jarius Sneed. I don't know.
No. It's not. It's not. No. Okay, then. So you're proving my point. I'm talking about L'Jarius Sneed is a top corner in this league, correct?
He's talking about a top corner and top rusher.
If you got to pick between L'Jarius Sneed and Trey Hendrickson to start your defense
top
with,
and top.
Who are you taking?
Cam Taylor Britt.
Why is this dude just fucking...
Because he knows what the truth is. He knows what I'm saying. You can say it. You can say it.
Yeah, I'll take it, Trey, because
you have sacks. And he impacts the game a lot more effectively. That's what I'm trying to say.
But
asking that question to me.
Right.
Like Darius Sneed or TJ Watt. I mean,
Joey Porter, TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
Every day.
All day.
All day. You know.
Because he's the biggest fucking impact when it comes to that whole defensive front.
And most pass rushers are.
He's the
and that's
biggest
the thing.
Impact. So I understand why they picked Chris Jones over.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong or not.
I know. I get what
I'm
you're
saying that like in this league
saying.
now, it's tough to choose, and they made a decision, but hopefully it doesn't haunt them because it's a passing league.
Right.
That's what
So
I'm saying.
You never know. It's a gamble though.
It is a gamble.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble
because Chris Jones can go out there. Chris Jones he can go out there and get hurt, and then guess what? You lost to L'Jarius Sneed at the beginning of the season because you got rid of him. And now Chris Jones is hurt. So
and even though that, and even though that,
it's a gamble.
And even though that team just came off a Super Bowl, they need wide receivers. They do.
Yes.
They got Hollywood.
Yeah, but
when you could say, all right, if I said you guys got Hollywood Brown, you would probably sit there and be like, okay.
You wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care. Hollywood Brown for them is 100 times better than what the hell they put on that field last year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
I agree. I'm saying that 1,000%. They got Hollywood Brown. It's a big change from what they had.
I thought if they could have signed Sneed, they should have did both. And then the wide receiver class is pretty.
They probably could have won a new Super Bowl with the fuck they had.
Yeah, the wide receiver class this year is pretty.
They could have just drafted one, if anything.
But
you could draft a fucking receiver in the third round.
Rashid Rice. Rice?
Yeah, he was a rookie last year.
He was doing great.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So adding Hollywood Brown is not a problem, I feel. That's what I'm saying. Just helps him out overall.
In my eyes, though, I wish they would have picked up. Like I'm not knocking Hollywood Brown at all. I just wish they would have picked up a bigger wide receiver. Does that make sense? Like a
bigger name, you're saying?
Sure. Like I wish they would have picked up like.
Why?
I don't know. I feel
you're talking about like a wide receiver who can go out there and just hit a play and just go.
Like it's like a
Jay Jettas or
Jettas or even a T Higgins is a really good receiver.
You know,
somebody like that. Like I'm not discrediting Hollywood Brown, but like at the same time,
to be fair,
I think there's other receivers that they could have got that was way better than him that they could have fucking pushed for. Because
but to be fair, they don't need that, especially they winning with trash ass receivers. So that's they need a little bit.
I still don't know how to fuck they did it because the receivers.
Because Mahomes is a god.
They have a good O line. Mahomes is out in the backfield for man long. He be there like 7-9 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
But that's also some mobility. Him improvising. Mahomes is the quarterback god. That's how he won with those trash receivers.
You could go tit for tat all day with
and the best tight end in the league.
Best tight, yeah. I mean. You could look at it so many different ways. Like it's just...
But they need. I thought they needed receivers. I thought him, Chris, because he just finished giving Chris Jones his bag, and his bag obviously was a lot more than But L'Jarius Sneed, he deserved
It
that
wasn't that
contract. Listen,
It wasn't that much of a difference.
the Titans they're setting themselves up, man. They're setting themselves up. They've added some
Look
good
out in the
pieces.
next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, they've set themselves up with some good pieces here, and if they draft well, they can. They got a young quarterback, and if he does show he has that dog in him, they've got something to cook now for a few years here. So
For the Titans, in my eyes, right? If they
I think they
make
gotta take that division.
If they make it to the playoffs, right? Even if they get first round, I still think that's a big accomplishment for them, right?
You can take that.
I think in the next 2 to 3 years, if they keep building the team like how they do, they need to go.
And they know they
need to go.
They gotta compete now. They got CJ Stroud down there in that division now. They gotta like, we're not just gonna beat them with what we have. We gotta, that boy could throw the ball. He's good. We need another corner over here, and they got the best one out there on the market. So shit, sometimes
This season's gonna be good.
They're letting that checkbook fly though.
most teams, well, they got that influx of money that came in towards the end
That
of
checkbook open in Tennessee.
They got it. They need players. They need players. You know what I mean?
They got players too.
They didn't re-sign Derrick Henry. They need players, and they got some. They definitely got some.
I'm impressed with the Titans.
They definitely got some. So good for them, man. But outside of all of that, I just hey Chiefs, it is what it is. They got Trent McDuffie back there, and they'll have to figure it out on the other corner.
He's good.
Yeah, they'll have to figure it out in the other cornerback slot. That's it. And some other things, I guess. Steelers signed Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, we signed Cordell Patterson to a 2-year deal for, I think, $6 million.
Why you got another running back?
Fucking pennies.
That's what running back market is, right, Shamar?
No, but this one's super
well,
fucking
yeah. No, seriously.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And but
I still don't know why we did it. But
they have, because he's a
big running back.
He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
You can put him
anywhere.
Running back, receiver, punt
Block
returner,
in.
kick returner. He can block. He's a Swiss Army knife. I'm
not mad by it. I'm not
sure
mad by
Mike Tomlin and the Steelers are gonna find some way to incorporate him
And I
into
did say
that.
I always liked Cordell Patterson when he's on the Falcons. I mean, if you go back,
You say he's
we
a
talked
kick
about that.
returner?
He's done that before too.
Yeah, because I think that's what they're going to utilize him, because they're not going to move
When he-
Warren and Najee.
when he
No,
was
they
with
doing good.
when he was with
They
the
were
Vikings, he
cooking.
was one of the best returners in the game when he was with the Vikings.
Not to cut you off, but that's what we did. We re-signed, I want to say Chris Evans from the Bengals. That's what got me more upset. I'm like, what the fuck we re-signed him and dropped Joe Mixon? But he's a kickoff returner.
Yeah.
So they use him there. So that's probably the move they're looking at Cordell Patterson for there.
And also this week, what happened in the NFL? There's 3 new rule changes.
Tre'Davious White signed to the Rams too. 1 year deal, $10 million.
All right. Well, he's been injured the last 2 years, so that's a nice piece of change for somebody who that's more reputation.
White.
Tre'Davious White.
Okay.
Cornerback.
That's more reputation than anything else. But let's see if he can stay on the field. He's missed I think 40 of the last 50 games that's been played. I mean, he's been out a lot.
Dude's trying to stir the fucking pot.
Anyway,
All these rule changes. So
yeah.
Oh shit.
So look,
Big time. I don't like kickoffs. I don't even want to watch the kickoffs. And I'm sorry, but I think it's just dumb.
I think kickoffs are fire.
No, I don't know.
The only reason I don't like kickoffs now is because every kicker has a leg, and I feel like they need to push the leg back. They need to push the kickoff
If
back.
anything,
They
just
have the
push the kicker
30-yard line.
back.
Yeah.
Just push the kicker back.
Everybody's kicking it in the end zone, and nobody's running and going to the 25-yard line.
I don't really like the new rules because I don't know. I just think it's fucking weird because
They taking it off the XFL. The reason for it was, all right, so the new rule is that they had the kicker at the same spot, the 30-yard line, and then they have everybody else at like
you're lined
the
up all the way at the
50-yard
fucking
line or the 60, and
got to turn
I mean,
right
yeah,
behind.
the 40, the opponent's 40, and then the other people are there. But they said it's for safety reasons, so they got more of a blocking, and instead of the motion of like running down the field and the momentum, everybody's coming down with all the thing. They have less to like high impact hits.
I
There's
don't-
gonna be more kick returns now.
Yeah, I don't understand why
If
they
I have-
continue to
if I
mess
have
with
a
the
line-
game like
if I have a
this.
line like this, right? You're right behind them. The minute you catch that ball, everybody runs at the same time. They're instantly blocking. You can just bust right through it.
Yeah.
And all
Yeah.
you have is the kicker.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
And the kicker can't
There's gonna
move.
be, there's
He
gonna
can't
be
move
hella
until they
kick
move.
returns. I
Yeah.
guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of kick returns.
No, but the kickers are
Especially-
going to kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna
they just
do.
gonna
Not
kick
a
it out.
penalty.
No,
No.
not if it goes in the end zone.
If it goes in the
I
end zone,
thought
it's
you
not-
have to return it.
No.
In the new thing, I thought you have to kick it to them. in
No, no,
So
that's
either
just
way-
how they're doing it for safety. They're fixing things that
because they look at the inertia, like everybody has the speed, the velocity.
Yeah.
You know, the longer you go, the faster you could be.
It's been like that for fucking.
and that's what I'm saying. They're changing something they don't have to change.
You don't
Just
need to
leave
change
it alone.
The other thing I don't like they change is that stupid hip drop.
Okay,
yeah.
so I get what you're saying, right? I think it's dumb, but at the same time, the hip drop does get people hurt. Look at what happened to Mark Andrews. Because, bro, you're grabbing the guy and you're dropping your weight. You're going like this.
But how else are you supposed to tackle a 6'6" guy,
I understand.
300-pound
Bro, just
tight
learn
end
how to fucking just tackle by the
from
leg
the
and
side?
just bring him down.
Did you see it? Did you see how Logan Wilson tackled Mark Andrews?
Yes, everybody fucking saw it.
No. Did you see? There's no other way to tackle him from there. He already was past him. He wrapped him and everything.
Yeah, so
there was no other way to get him down.
Right. So what's going on right now with that is just that this game is so catered to the offense now.
Let's go to fucking football soon.
You know, it really
Flag
that
football's an Olympics.
Right. It's gonna go to that first off. Secondly, you know, you've done taken everything already away from the defenders. You can't lead with your shoulder at this point. You can't hit the defensive receiver over the field. You can't go ahead. You can't lead with your helmet. They've taken so many things away from the defense, and now the one thing. So now these coaches have had to teach these guys different ways to do things now, so they don't get in trouble. The team doesn't get affected by a penalty or anything like that. So now I don't know if they found a way to this hip drop tackle. I don't know. It works. Obviously, it gets people hurt, but football is a contact sport. You can get hurt doing anything in football. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But the other thing I don't like about it, too, is that they said, like I said, I wish I could show you the video. I don't know if I have it already, but they said, so they used that example for Logan Wilson, Mark Andrews. There was like, so when he was running to the side, like, for example, Mark Andrews was running down the field. Logan Wilson was here. He grabbed him by like the back end, but he wrapped his hip, like he wrapped his whole body. And then they said when that happens, instead of dropping him down, they're gonna blow the whistle and mark him down. That's what they say they're gonna do now.
Well, if they feel that that's gonna make the game at this point, that's not tackling anymore.
Exactly. They just stopping it. So like they do that a lot with the running backs. You know, the running backs keep turning their feet. They can't turn. They'll just stop the play. But that's what you're gonna see more of that this year. They're gonna stop the play. And
watch how
that's gonna suck because the guy could break off a tackle and run. You know what I mean? And run for the goal, the touchdown.
And that's the thing. This is football, and they're messing with everything.
You
and
play both sides of it. So I understand both sides. Should they have just let it go? Probably.
From the injury aspect, I understand it.
I get it from there too.
Sides.
I get it from the injury aspect.
There's no other way to.
But there's no other way right now because you basically, again, the defense is at such a disadvantage right now because all the rules are catered to the offense right now. All the rules.
It's true. Offensive, like the what is it? Pass interference too. You got to rate the 5-yard things. You got to make sure
5 yards.
If you at the 6 yards, it's a flag, like ridiculously too.
Yo, you can't. You could put a finger on the quarterback and get a 15-yard penalty for roughing the passer. You can't.
They too fucking soft with that shit.
You know, you can't block certain ways. You can't do a lot of things. And this is one extra thing that the defense now has to worry about. So, you know, it's just. Again, the NFL is always doing something, just messing with something that ain't broke. But it is what it is in regards to that.
The one thing that I understand that I know it doesn't really have a point in this, but you can't lead with like the crown of your helmet. Right. I understand that because if you want to look at Ryan Shazier, led with the crown of his helmet, paralyzed himself.
No, absolutely.
He's walking now, so that I understand that. But the hip drop, like I said, you can play both sides, right? You could say yes, it's stupid because now it's harder for people to tackle, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, if you look at it how they looked at it, injury wise, they're trying to just save the player from getting seriously injured. So I get both sides.
No, I get the thing with player safety, I understand
it. You don't want to see people get hurt at the end of the day. You don't.
No, but
it is a contact sport. I understand that, but at the end of the day, you don't want to see somebody get hurt because if they get hurt, right, it could be a life-ending injury. It could be a season.
Yeah, but look, like this tackle, there's no other way to get this guy down.
No,
that's not really.
That's considered a hip drop.
Yes, but that would be considered a hip drop. Yes.
There's no way else.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to score the touchdown.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
You gotta.
I don't know. I think you could look at it different because in my
eyes, that's what it is. It literally says it.
I understand. In my eyes, though, it's not a hip drop. When I think of a hip drop, right, I think of it. I'm not no weird shit. Me grabbing you at the top, and I just let all my weight go, and you just absolutely just rock your shit down. That's how I look at it as a hip drop. That's just a normal tackle.
Right, but if you don't do that, guess what? If the player's strong enough, he's got a chance to break that tackle and get away.
Look, man, the best thing I could say is, right, you wrap him up, and you just
hold him.
You hope to fucking God that one of your teammates coming to help you tackle. Right? I mean, that's the only way around it at this point.
I get it.
I get both
I get
sides.
both sides. I get the.
This-
I only get it from the injury aspect. I don't necessarily agree with it, but if it's
can't do shit about it now.
right,
It's a
right.
fucking
If
rule,
it's if
so-
it's if it's gonna prevent injuries, I guess.
We'll see how the season plays.
Yeah.
You never know. They might change it next season. You
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I know the
If it's-
kickoff thing they said was a 1-year trial.
Yeah, it's
on
a
that.
I
trial.
think it's just stupid. They should have just, if anything, kicked the kickers back. But whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that's fucking stupid. The whole, I get the inertia. No, bro. It's just dumb. There was no need to fix that. You're fixing shit that doesn't need. That's not even broke.
Yeah.
Why fix something that's not broken? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, honestly. Yeah.
This is a 0-0 game, opening drive of the game in Cincinnati. Blitzes a slot corner here. Mark Andrews reads it. So does Lamar Jackson. And he gets the ball to him.
Look, Logan Wilson's over here. Mark Andrews is ahead of him.
Now, Logan Wilson comes.
He wraps him. There's nowhere else to get him. He already wrapped him. Mark Andrews is ahead of him.
He keeps the score 0-0. So, let's study the play. Logan Wilson right here, inside linebacker for the Bengals. Then they're
See, the Mark Andrews already beat him.
years out. All he's trying to do right here.
He already moved him too.
Mark Andrews from scoring 7
He had him.
And that's
There's
the
no
only
other
way,
way.
to tackle him. Yeah, he has to.
I get it.
But after that, what are they gonna do? Call the whistle right there?
And they can't because now at that point that's just a judgment call, and that could stop the flow of the game.
I don't see this rule sticking, especially if there's gonna be a lot of controversy through the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
season.
no, of course.
The only thing,
Absolutely.
the only thing I compare it to is like basketball foul, like fast break foul.
the clear path foul.
Yeah, clear
Yeah.
back foul. I was like, that's weird.
No.
But I mean, it's the hip drop it's already set. It's not doing it. The kickoff is just a test for a year. It's gonna look a little weird. They took it from the XFL.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking of basketball, you've just headed our next segue into our next segue.
yeah. So, but in the NBA, let's see the standings right now. Your boy's still up number 1, and he's hyped.
They have, this is now the crunch time. They have 10, 11, they have 12, I think 11 or 12 games left to play in the season. Playoffs start in about 2.5, 3 weeks. So right now there's still a lot of things that's still in place. These last 10, 11 games are going to be crucial because there's still seedings that can be won and lost.
Yeah, they had the
in these
in-game tournament too, right?
Right, but that's different. That counts as like part of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 10, 11 games, there's, so like in the East, for instance, I mean, Boston already has the top seed. The Celtics already have the top seed, but from
Your boy hype.
2 to 5, from the 2nd seed to the 5th seed in the East, they're only separated by 3 games. From the 3rd seed in the East to the 8th seed in the East, it's 5. I think it's 5 games. It's 4 games.
Yeah, Bucks is 46 wins, and then the Magic's, the Pacers is 41. They're 6th seed.
Right.
4 or 5 games in that 2 to 6 range.
Yeah. So it's seedings are still up for grabs, and 10, 11 games is still a lot of games for things to happen and go in so many different.
I'm upset with the Bucks. Last night was crazy. I was watching that game. LeBron-less Lakers, double overtime, and the Bucks lose. Imagine LeBron was playing. Like, that's crazy. LeBron would have just dropped another 20. They would have lost a long time ago. They had the lead. They were up 25 points against the Lakers. I mean, Anthony Davis killed himself because he played 52 minutes and he was working, but 23 rebounds. He did his thing, but like, bro, LeBron wasn't even in. That's an easy 20-15 if that. You guys lost in double overtime when you had a 25-point lead. You know what I mean?
That's been the Bucks season all year.
But they're still number 2.
They're number 2, and
I believe in the Bucks, but that just, I was like, are you kidding me?
Last
night.
So that loss, as crazy as that is, that should have been a win, right? Now
Yeah.
it hurts them now because
They still 2. They still 2
You know-
games above. They would have been 3
Y'all not doing too bad either.
Yeah,
I didn't know y'all are 4th.
if they stay healthy.
we can't even stay healthy. We're waiting to get Randall back and Mitchell Robinson back. So the East, like I always said in the NBA, the East is more top heavy. The Western Conference is very balanced.
Cavs is still up there.
Yeah, the
The East.
the Western Conference is very balanced, very very balanced.
The Western Conference is still tough.
It is.
Mavs is 6th seed, and the Mavs
Yeah.
still cooking. Pelicans, that's surprising to
Yeah,
me.
no,
The
they're
Lakers are 9th. What the fuck?
the Lakers are 9th. I think the Warriors are 10th.
Damn. What was it?
So that playing team,
Suns is 8th.
right? So you got to look at
Teams
it.
are taking a tank.
Yeah, you got to look at it like the Lakers and the Warriors at 9th and
Thunder
10th.
look nice. They're young. They're about to take the 1st seed.
Well, no. because what I knew would happen. Like the last 25 games or so, the Nuggets have kind of picked it up, and I knew they would
They're
do
one
that.
game above.
But they were also at one point they were like third, fourth in that conference. Some games behind
Yeah,
too.
Timberwolves are number
They've
one.
actually been playing.
Clippers, I think they're on a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, you know. So Denver right now, the Nuggets are peaking at the right time right now. They got to get that going. They want to clinch that number 1 seed. But
You think they're gonna repeat? I know we talked about this before, but I don't think so.
I think they will until somebody proves me because
I like how the NBA's getting like more competitive. Like I said, like you don't see teams that's getting just washed. Like you see like number 7 teams or number 8. Like right now, like you said, the Lakers are number 10 and they just beat the Bucks without LeBron. You know what I mean? So it's like you see the level of teams that like what Dice just said, the teams that was always on top and everything looked good on paper, and then all of a sudden you see these other teams like the Thunder smoking them. The average age for the Thunder team right now is 22 years old.
yeah, they're gonna be together for a while.
Yeah,
That's my
22, and they're in the league beating like LeBron, Steph Curry, all these people because they have youth and they just cooking them. They're number 2 in the West by half a game. They're down against the champions, and they're young and hungry. So like I said, I like the competitiveness. So like, the only thing, like the 7-game series is gonna be tough for all these other teams because you don't know what to do. You don't know who to bet on because like I said, it's just been real competitive. Like I said, if you see the Lakers like 7 seed going against the first on, there's still a chance. You know what I mean? They can knock them off.
The thing is that
LeBron cooks up, and then LeBron and AD cooks up. They can shut down the Nuggets. You know what I mean?
The problem with I think a lot of the thing with these young teams, a lot of like take the Thunder for instance, they've never been to the playoffs before. They're gonna find out that the playoffs is a totally different. It's a different intensity. It's a different mindset. It's everything. And young teams who tend to peak well, during the regular season.
But then, like you said, you had the seasoned players like Kyrie. Cooking,
right? And these
Luka,
guys know what they need to do
in crunch time decisions.
Right. So that's going to be interesting with those young teams out west.
I'll take it back to what Kyrie did to Joker. Joker's phenomenal. He's probably like one of the best players in the league. Kyrie took him 1-on-1, faced him up, game winner right in his face. So like I said, there's no stutter in these seasoned guys. They're like, we've been here before, but like you said, with these younger guys, there's gonna be a shock to like, oh, this is crunch time.
It's crunch.
And then you see, like I said, LeBron and AD, they're not gonna blink.
Right.
We've been here before. We know what to do.
And
they're not gonna get stage fright.
realize it's 7 games that you're facing the same team for 7 games.
The only team that needs to make sure they stay in that model is Boston. They've been there before, but they never finish.
Yeah. No, and that's the most pressure in any out of all those teams. Like in the East, all the pressure is on Boston. I think any other team that comes out of that,
I think Boston has the most pressure the last 2 years because they've been doing great overall every year, every season, everything. They just playoff comes, they can't finish.
Now,
like Cody Rose, can't finish the story.
Get out of here now. But now for the Celtics though, it's more pressure now because
they just lost to the Hawks.
Right, but that's light in the grand scheme of things. That's light because
how is that light?
Because
they played everybody they played. Porzingis was playing, Tatum was playing,
and these things happen.
They were all playing in transit. They still number 1. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, the competitiveness of the league is ridiculous. On a 7-game series, I don't know how it's going to look. But I'm just saying that they should have never lost to them. But either way, like I said, they got 57 wins.
The pressure is on the Celtics because they retooled their whole team. They had a roster. They had a nucleus that went to the Eastern Conference Finals, that went to the NBA Finals. They broke that up and put these other players in here. That was done for the expectation for them to win a championship.
Derek White's playing the best games of his career this season, I say.
Like I said, all the pressure.
I think it was the hair.
All the pressure, all the pressure in the East right now, it's all on the Celtics. Anybody else underneath them, any of the other 7 teams that get in, win anything out of that Eastern Conference, I think it's house money. Because they're not expected to the Celtics are expected to win a championship. So the pressure is on them out of all the teams, even teams in the West.
Yep.
I know
they need to, like I said, they're like your boy Cody Rose. They need to finish the story. They need to finish this.
Cody Rose will finish the story at WrestleMania.
Regardless, like I said, I'm not a Boston fan. I really want the Bucks to go. I like Giannis, but his game's becoming more like Shaq and it's bothering me. can't hit a free throw to save his life. When it comes down to decisions, like they would have won the game. They wouldn't have gone to overtime in that game last night, but he missed one. He made one free throw out of like 7.
Wow.
Right? He does great. He's cooking everything, but he can't hit a free throw to solidify the game. But if Boston doesn't win, that will be a shock to me. That's what I'm saying. But also, if Boston doesn't win, it's kind of inconsistent with what they've been doing.
Yeah, and then they got to really start thinking about certain things because, again, they changed their whole nucleus. They changed their whole roster chemistry to try to win a championship, and added Porzingis and added, Drew Holiday. They gotta win. There is nothing else short of them winning a championship that's going to consider this a successful season for them.
So if they don't win, let's say in the next 2-3 years, do they have to scrap? You think?
They've had the last 2 or 3 years to win.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they've been cooking the last 2-3
I'm
years,
saying, like,
but they don't.
these
I think
next-
they come up short.
This upcoming year and next year, like they have to win.
They have to. Well, again, Tatum is going to be a free agent, so they got to think about that. They just gave Jaylen Brown his bag.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You
He's
know,
the highest paid player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have some decisions to make, and that's why this window is very small for the Celtics because they got decisions to make on Tatum. They got decisions to make on their roster in general, just all in general. Are they going to re-sign Porzingis? Do you, whatever with Drew Holiday? Do you, so yeah, their window is very small. We're talking this year, maybe next year at max, but that's even if, they can get Porzingis back. That's so it's really just this year.
If they win this year, your boy's wilding.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I could see. I don't know how the seeding's gonna be and everything, but I can see the Knicks and Boston going against each other in the playoffs, and I think I could take them if y'all stay healthy.
If we're healthy, I think if we're healthy, we have a great chance. We have a good chance if we stay healthy. We can
If y'all
definitely
stay
compete.
healthy,
We can compete with them. But again,
We watching now.
that
Series.
that team, that Boston team, with all due respect to everybody else, that Boston team is really good. They are good.
Yeah.
And
They just need to finish.
they just got pretty much they just got to finish. That's
Like they're literally on the cusp of every
Pause.
single time, and they like it's not like anything tremendous is happening to them that impacts them like an injury or anything. It's just literally they don't
show up.
Yeah, they don't go over the hump.
They don't show
That's
up.
the only thing.
They needed
They had
Jaylen
everything.
Brown to show up last year. He didn't. They still do things that they paid him. Yeah.
They gotta pay
They
him.
have, they do things still that just irritates you and makes you wonder why are they so good and how are they so good. But they're good though. They have everything you need to win a championship. They just, like you said, they got to just close the deal now. They got to win a championship. There is nothing else for that team. That's why I think the most pressure is on them.
Of
No
course.
matter what. No matter what. So,
I agree.
this is going to be fun. The next couple of weeks, especially last portion of the season here, it's going
I
to be
would
very
say
fun.
Boston has the East on lock, no matter what. The way you see it, the way they're looking, their biggest challenge is going to be in the NBA championship against the West. Any team in the West is going to give them hard work, no matter what.
No. Let me not say Boston doesn't have no easy road out the East. I mean, there's some
Nah.
good quality teams
It's
in the
not
East. that-
easy, but you could see it,
but
not being an
right,
issue.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They should be favored. Right. I
Yeah,
know.
they'd be favored. But in the West, if they go to the NBA championship, that's going to be tough, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
If it's the Clippers, if it's the Nuggets, even if I won't say OKC. I think Boston could take OKC.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like somebody in the West like that's gonna be tough for them.
Yeah. That's
But in the East, like you said, they're favored no matter what. They favored.
no matter what. So they got to win.
That's how I see it. Where we at?
105, but you got to knock off.
Yeah,
Quite a bit.
long time.
We started it dumb early though.
Yeah. So, so then that's going. So, everybody has a chance to get in. I know those teams who have to play the play-in tournament in the West. You don't want to face the Lakers or the Warriors in the play-in tournament
They've
situation.
been there before.
That's not good. And then if the Lakers and Warriors happen to win those play-in things and they go in as the 7th or 8th, no matter how they're seeded, guess what? Teams are now like, we playoff stuff, playoff Braun and AD.
They've been there before.
Oh.
Doesn't shake or rattle them.
Okay. We got our work cut out for us.
Yep.
I
agreed.
We got our work cut out for us. So the young teams, the Wolves, the Thunder, these teams that are coming up right now, they're about to get a nice
The
education.
Wolves ain't that young.
And the Wolves are.
It's just Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, you know,
He's
Karl
only
Anthony
young.
Towns is still young.
Cat's not that young. He's been there before. He's seen it. He's not shaking or rattled. Rudy Gobert is not young, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert. Huh.
He's not young. He's been there
You know, so
with the Jazz.
you know, we're gonna keep up on this NBA stuff because there's gonna be more things that's.
Oh,
Gonna,
of course. Like I said, I was watching last night. And I'm like, I was at work, but I was watching sporadically. I see Bucks up by 25. I'm chilling. And tomorrow I'm gonna do the pod. I'm wearing my Giannis jersey. I ain't wearing that. That shit got me upset.
You know, you can lose on any night in the NBA, but these are games now. The Bucks
Bro.
don't have the number 2 team sewn. They don't have the number 2 seed sewn yet. They need to win games. They need to win games.
They would do it decent, everything, turning things around, doing good. Damian Lillard playing defense again. I'm like, oh yeah, we transitioned, everything's going good. We're gonna be a problem. And they lose to the LeBronless Lakers. LeBron on the sideline preaching, dumbass hat wearing.
You know, you know,
Talking about Giannis is walking. Should stay your ass on the bench.
why was he out
He's ankle.
again?
Yeah.
You know, it's been an ankle injury now for like 3 years already. Every time
he's like 37.
right, but once again, this whole thing with
I think they're treading lightly with him. They want to make sure he's good for the in-play tournament. They set him out. They already know they're not going to make the 7th seed. If they get the tournament, they know that LeBron can do what he has to do.
Listen, the Rockets are 1 game behind them for that final playing spot. They can easily lose that.
Not when they keep winning without LeBron. That's what I'm saying.
No, and good for them because they needed.
Austin Reeves cooked. He had a triple-double.
They needed that win, but you know the Lakers are not like they don't have their position in there is not sewn yet. They still
course.
the Rockets still can. You know they can go on a little mini losing streak. The Rockets can win a few games, and all of a sudden now the Lakers are looking at they're looking from the outside in. So
I think they're putting games in. They're saying that like. I see the game plan. It makes sense. Why are you going to put LeBron in against a tough team and then potentially injure him more? When you put him on a team like against the Hornets, let him play. Let him cook, dude. Get his little games in and everything. But the ankle, like I said, for 3 years, they're just like, yeah, well, just sit out.
What I'm saying is that this is, you know, and again, good shit on the Lakers' part for winning that game last night. But these games now, I tell you, D, we're coming down to like the final 2 weeks of the season. All these games are crucial. These are not like, and especially because their playoff position is not sewn in yet. You know, I don't know. I just that's crazy. LeBron, I hope whatever. Anyway, no.
I don't know.
He needs to play.
I need to talk about this WrestleMania stuff. The first thing I need you to do is acknowledge me.
Never.
Right?
It's all y'all.
Never.
Cody's not gonna finish his story.
He will.
There's no way.
He will.
There's no way.
He will.
Did you see him get washed by the
Yes.
by the final boss?
Yes. Yeah.
No cap. This has been like everybody's been telling me. Like so I've been back on wrestling, but it's going back to like old time wrestling. Did you watch Raw, or you just watch the snippet I sent you?
I've seen snippets.
Like all right. Everybody has this thing. Like Dicey even said it. Like, isn't wrestling like fake? No, it's scripted. But like the way they're doing it, it's like cinematic. That's the best way to describe it.
Okay, so
like they had that whole thing produced.
I know
and ready to go.
And this is what I'm talking about. What was missing from wrestling all those years that I kept telling you that was coming back with the bloodline is the storytelling.
Yeah,
they're able now to like tell a story.
Yeah, but
the
Hollywood heel rock, phenomenal.
No, yes, it's his best version in my opinion.
Yo, he was so like I'll touch on what happened with Raw, but what happened was that he Cody Rhodes is preaching whatever, and then he gets online, he gets there, and just his music's electrifying, everything. His new intro's fire. He goes in, he walks in the ring. Cody Rhodes looks over befuddled. He looks at him, he whispers something to him, and walks away. And then they interview Cody. They're like, "What did he say? He made a promise he can't keep."
Yeah.
And then he told him, like, he read his lips to slow down. He's like, "I'm gonna make you bleed tonight," and walked away in front of the whole crowd. And he did. But he even did it more like cinematic. They did the whole thing. He beat him up outside, and then after that, they said the camp because when they had the TV time, it cuts off right at the TV time.
Yeah.
But when you're in the crowd and everything, they keep the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
So they said after it's cut off, the the show cut off, he was like telling Cody, like, I told you I was gonna make you bleed. Right? They cut it off. That's when it stopped on TV. In the audience, I saw on Twitter that they left the cameras rolling. He whipped the full belt out and started whipping his ass with her white belt and started to put more blood. And he was just wilding.
Listen, this is a good storyline that they're going on right now. I mean, eventually it'll end because I don't think they can actually keep this part of the storyline
Talk
going.
about the bloodline's going.
The bloodline is going, but I think there's going to be other things that's going to come in. I think a Uso swerve is coming in there
What are
pretty
you talking
soon.
about? The Usos they're already fighting in WrestleMania.
The Uso swerve is coming in there pretty soon.
Nah,
Watch and see.
I think Jey Uso's gonna go back to the bloodline.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see that. I think his dad's gonna come. Rakishi's gonna be like, "Come in, let's talk this out.
Yeah.
Get this done."
Because they have to.
Supposedly the more fatwas are coming from the other wrestling
Right.
impacts.
So and that's what I'm saying. They have to kind of put the belt on Cody for a little bit just to keep the storyline going, because this has already been a year in the making of the building with this storyline already.
What are you talking about?
It's been about a year
Roman
building.
Reigns been the champ for like 1,300 days.
The storyline. I didn't say Roman Reigns. I said the storyline. Cody
He's not gonna
Rhodes.
lose that belt.
I think differently.
I think they're gonna. If he loses it, it's gonna be after he passes the tendon. It's gonna be at SummerSlam.
It won't have the same impact at SummerSlam as it will WrestleMania.
The story is Cody Rhodes to finish it in Madison Square Garden. Technically, that's where Dusty got robbed at.
Well,
That's really the story.
well, let's see. But again, some of the better storytelling that they've had in some years now. Because what they used to do is they used to have stuff that start off real good, and then all of a sudden they'll just stop it right out the blue, and it'll discontinue, and it's just like, but why you didn't finish telling this? This is why people don't watch your freaking product.
The whole thing, everybody said it was a Vince thing. He started messing up, and then now Triple H took over it, and it's just like he's the creative content coordinator. He's cooking.
Right. So, he's been, and ever since he got on board, like full time, he's been cooking. The product has been a lot better. From Raw to SmackDown, even to the NXT stuff. The product has just been a lot better.
Rhea Ripley's beast.
Yo, Rhea Ripley. Yo, I could see them trying to let Becky Lynch, the man, I could see them trying to give it a
She
title.
fired too.
But
listen,
nah.
that thing that happened with Becky and Rhea, it was so good that I don't know if like Becky was acting off it. She got pissed because I don't like dice. You don't watch it, but so Rhea Ripley, her slogan is like, "Mommy's always on top."
Yeah.
They call her mommy, whatever. So Becky Lynch is a wrestler that she's with Seth Rollins and they have a kid together. They're married. Right.
She's known as the man.
Yeah, she's known as the man because she fights so good like a man.
Yeah.
So like I said, Rhea's slogan is "La Mommy's always on top." So like I said, she's married. They have a kid, a Becky. So she goes to Becky and she's like, "Listen, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna retain my title, but I'm not gonna hurt you so bad. I'm gonna let you be with your daughter, watching me be the champion, and I'm gonna let your daughter call me mommy." Right? And Becky got tight. She was like, "This is your one pass." It was so emotional. I don't know if it was real or not. It was off script, but she was fucking pissed at her. And she decked Dominic
That's
Mysterio.
good, man. It's good story. I'm
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. I
sure
don't know.
It was just a shoot.
I don't know if it was, but it was so much passion behind that. She was fucking
I'm
pissed.
sure it was just a shoot, but again, they got to get the audience into it, man. That's how you that's how you draw in your audience. You got to get it's the storyline. Wrestling was always good and it's even gotten better as far as the in-ring stuff. But their storytelling it dragged it out. It dragged out. It was inconsistent at best.
That's what I'm saying. But like I said, now it's more like I just like it now because we went through a time. Everybody could go to this. Even you could. There was a time in the world the sensitivity was at an all-time high, and I feel like that ruined wrestling. That was the John Cena era, You like respect everything. The Daniel Bryan era, the yes thing. It was a sensitivity era that you had to make sure that you were culturally appropriate and everything. Because before that was ridiculous.
The Attitude Era
was crazy.
And that was some of the best stuff I've ever seen.
So like they were calling people like flagrant things. I can't even say because we got flagged. The Attitude Era was crazy.
Yeah.
Now this way, this wave now with The Rock and everybody's bringing is ridiculous. Like you said, you haven't seen blood in WWE in so long. There's blood on the main screen because of The Rock and everything. He's on Instagram calling Cody Rhodes a bitch. Like
Yeah.
he's just wild.
They're taking it there, and that's
So like
that's,
it's good because like I said, it's transitioning out of the sensitivity era and more to like, yo,
You
you have
know.
to accept this. This is like
And
life.
it's more ratings, more money. The ratings have been better. It's just they know the product has just been overall better since they've gotten back to some of their, I would say, traditional roots, what that may be. But let things happen. Let the story tell itself. You know, there's always these good things, man. And the in-ring stuff is good. It's always been good. It's been good for a long time. They just can't tell a story worth their life. And that probably was Vince. It probably was Vince.
Well, Vince is 80.
Yeah. Well, Vince got his own other problems right now that he got to deal
But
with.
this actually helps Vince because it's like so much that's happening in WWE that it's kind of shadowing.
It's putting
yeah.
his little
Yeah.
transgression, alleged transgression, in in the darkness somewhere. Boy, that boy Vince, I tell you.
Yeah, man. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. Wow, like I said, basketball, some playoffs coming in, season tournaments looking at. I still like the NFL to keep going into a lot of free agencies and things like that.
Well, the draft is coming up
The
real
draft
soon.
is coming up.
You know, and there's some things that's gonna go on between teams. Teams looking to trade up.
How much
Teams
time
looking
we
to
got?
trade out.
118.
10, yeah.
Oof.
You know,
That's
trade up, trade
I was gonna
out.
say, who do you think is gonna be the best prospect of the draft? Realistically, what you think a sleeper, real quick, before we keep going?
Draft, the NFL draft.
Yeah,
The best prospect obviously is Caleb Williams consensusly.
does
I
not
know he
agree.
doesn't like it, but it's you know it is that's that.
I don't like his ego. I think he's gonna.
Who I
he's gonna bite him
think
in the ass
who
once.
I think
To the mic, this.
they got.
I think his ego is too high. It's gonna bite him in the ass. That's what I think. But,
I'll be honest with you. I think this coming up. I think the quarterbacks are good. There's obviously a lot of quarterbacks. I think the wide receiver class in this year's draft is going to be really good. That and the offensive lineman in this draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are going to be the guys. So you're going to get
So
a guy
your
like
pick is Caleb. Who's your pick in the draft?
for what?
Just like the one that is gonna, the one that you're looking towards to see what he's gonna do.
I forget his name, but it's the dude that came out of coming out of the Texas, whatever that wide receiver.
Alright,
Xavier
Harrison?
Worthy.
Oh, Xavier Worthy.
Xavier
Yeah,
Worthy.
he's a
I'm
good
excited.
sleeper.
I'm excited to see how he does. I'm excited to see
me
where he
too.
goes.
I want to see where he goes.
Yeah.
I have a strong feeling that he's not gonna go like in the beginning because he's not like a top end receiver like Marvin Harrison Jr. or something like that. But he's super fast.
He's got speed, and,
And
you
then
can't
he-
teach
yeah.
that.
So,
Can't
like,
teach that.
I think he might.
Some team is going to give him a shot, get a good coach.
You know who's
behind
gonna
him.
give it to him? I feel like it's gonna piss me off. It's gonna be us because we like receivers as fast and the things like that. And he's gonna be a nice sleeper pick, but I don't think we're gonna get Brock. I think he's in. We had the 18th pick.
I think he'll
It's
be
tough.
gone. He'll be gone.
Yeah,
by
that's what
then.
I'm saying. Jesus Christ, Dice.
Don't say me.
So like Brock's gonna be gone, and I don't think Xavier Worthy is gonna be like that high end pick. John Ross III wasn't that high end pick, and he won the 40. He got the 40 before Xavier Worthy. I feel like a person who's gonna show out is gonna be Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, the receiver.
or JJ McCarthy.
Oh God. Oh my God. It's not that he's not good. I don't think he's good. He doesn't have the potential. I just don't think he's up there with those Caleb Williams and the Jaden Daniels and the Drake Mays.
I saw his combine thing. He probably had the best one I've seen. He had the long ball. He was running.
Yeah,
he
no,
was doing
and
good.
he can do some things, and he needed that combine. I
think you guys are gonna draft him. I think you guys are really gonna draft him, and I think he's gonna take you guys somewhere. If you guys take him, it'll be a good pickup for you guys.
I would prefer one of the wide receivers, either Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze, if they're there.
Romeo, yeah.
Ooh, can I see who I want to pick up?
Who?
I want to get Kool-Aid.
The white guy, the cornerback.
Yeah, the corner. I want to get Kool-Aid.
I don't know if a white cornerback named Kool-Aid.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. I don't think he's white.
There's a one white cornerback that's in the draft.
I don't think Kool-Aid's white. No.
There's one like he's
But
dope.
you like-
He's
is-
cooked.
Is
He's
it
good.
the name?
Huh?
Is it the name? Was
No,
he's
he's a good
actually a
corner.
corner?
I thought that was him, but there's this white. He's gonna be the only white corner that's been in the league for a while.
Since Jason Sehorn, I think.
Yeah. So he's gonna I think he's gonna cook
Kool-Aid
in the draft.
McKinstry.
Oh, okay, yes.
Oh, no,
Kool-Aid
not him.
McKinstry.
Well, take the white guy's name from the draft.
So
I
like,
forgot what it was.
What should I type in? White cornerback?
Sure.
so like the
And the NFL draft. I forgot
Like
his
I- so
name.
like I said-
thought it's something like that. Coder. I don't know.
Cooper.
Cooper.
Deshaun
Yeah.
declares. But now I want Kool-Aid.
I think
Yeah,
he's gonna
pick
be
somebody
good.
up. I
He's
want
gonna be
Kool-Aid.
sleeping. I know that some people's gonna try to pick him off or try to abuse him if when he's on the corner. I think he's gonna get a lot of pick sixes or picks in general because they're gonna think that he's sweet.
Because we do need another
But
corner.
he's gonna cook. I think that what's the Cooper.
Yeah, we need another corner. Cooper
So-
got rid of Patrick Peterson.
so
I
that
want Kool-Aid if we pick anybody in the draft.
So I just
Dang, you just want defense? Jesus.
that's the hallmark of their team.
That's our whole team.
I know. That's
the
what I'm
hallmark of
saying.
their
It's always been their defense. But no, we do need a receiver.
You
too.
need a
I just don't-
receiver,
I just don't
yeah.
know if we'll draft one because I think we're waiting to.
See what
We're
goes
still
on.
in talks of either T
I wouldn't even know who we
It doesn't
pick
mean
up.
a draft. It doesn't
or
mean you should
Boyd.
draft one.
No, yeah, no, I
I
agree.
don't even know who we pick up. Like I said, what we need is a tight end, Brock Bowers, but I don't see this. There's another tight end that looks good on the draft. I think he won't get picked up though. I think we have potential to pick him up. I forgot who it was.
He's probably Brock Bowers is the only tight end I thought seen going.
No, there's another one that looks good. Where's Brock Bowers from? Georgia Tech
Georgia.
or Georgia?
Georgia.
There's another one around there. I forgot his name. I gotta look it up. I'll tell you guys next episode. But yeah, I like Xavier Worthy. I like Marvin Harrison. I think JJ McCartney's gonna. I think he's gonna be good.
I listen. This is what's gonna make.
I think
this
you
draft
guys are gonna pick him up.
Oh,
I
don't
can
say
feel
that.
it.
I really hope
You
we
don't
draft
want
him.
JJ McCarthy?
I want a receiver.
I think you guys need to pick an
no,
O line.
No, you guys need a fucking O line.
I think the
I think that if you guys had a little bit of respect for Daniel Jones, you'll pick an O line guy up and give
Listen,
him a
I'll tell
shot.
you,
His
if-
one
if-
last
if
shot to
it's-
be done because
No
you guys already paid
quarterback
him.
can work on that fucking line.
if they get one of the two blue chip tackles, I'm okay with that. If they can't get them or they're off the board, it doesn't fit the need. I would rather them get the wide receiver before
You
they
guys got
get.
the sixth pick. Why would it be off the board? Everybody wants quarterbacks.
I don't want it. I don't think us outside of those top three quarterbacks, we shouldn't be drafting a quarterback at number 6 because I think personally either.
Who would you pick? If you want Caleb?
Hey, who as a quarterback?
Yeah. Or Jaden. I don't think Jaden's gonna be as good as he thinks, but I mean, I could be wrong. But to me, he looks like a Bryce Young.
Out of the three quarterbacks, I'm looking at the Giants, the team. Obviously, you would want Caleb Williams. He's probably their top
Or
one.
you guys gonna tank again and try to get Shador?
Nah, I don't think we're gonna tank, but I don't think that even after those top three quarterbacks is gone, I think we there's gonna be blue chip wide receivers out there.
There's 4 quarterbacks, is there? Drake May?
Drake. So I don't count JJ Harrington in that top 3 because he's not getting picked before those quarterbacks. So what I'm saying is those top 3 quarterbacks, they're gonna be like 3 of the first 4 picks off the board, and then the rest of the talent at 6 you want to get. Here's what I want at number 6. When you're picking number 6 in the draft, you have to get you an impact player immediately. You don't have time to sit around and develop your number 6 overall pick. And I think it is going to be a lot easier for a wide receiver to go in there and
You
to.
guys do have a good wide receiver. What's his name?
We have.
Jalen Hyatt?
Yeah, he's good.
We need
We need somebody to throw it to.
a true. We need a true number 1. We need a true number 1.
You
A
guys
true number 1
need-
receiver.
You don't think you could develop him into?
So look, I'm not
Yes,
trying
I
to-
think we can develop him
So I'm
into
not
a
trying to be a
receiver.
dick.
You can develop almost any wide
Right,
receiver
right,
under
you
the
can,
proper
but-
coaching and quarterback.
Yeah, the ball's
But
not
they
in.
don't. The Giants don't ever like.
I think this is what you guys really need. You guys need to pick up offensive tackle. The only reason is because I think Daniel Jones plays perfectly for your guys because you guys have no offensive line. Any other quarterback's getting dismantled, but Daniel Jones could run. No other quarterback could run like Daniel
Bro,
Jones in
if, you
this league.
if Eli Manning worked underneath that offense,
Yo.
probably he would die.
No, hey, a lot of quarterbacks
Daniel
would
Jones
die
was already
on their-
neck hurts, and he
But
could
they've
run.
already taken some of free
If it,
agency.
if it wasn't for him actually being able to run, he would just.
Yeah.
What I'm
be hurt
saying is
forever.
they've taken free agency and,
And I don't think
they've
he
they've
wanted to
signed
be a running-
they've
a
signed
running
4 or
quarterback.
5 different offensive linemen. So
That don't mean it's good.
Can they fucking block?
but that's the thing. They on their profile it says they're competent NFL linemen and
So
anything.
was Trent Brown, but he
Listen,
was letting Mac Jones get
Let me tell you
worked.
something. Let me tell you something. If they could put competent in front of my offensive linemen, I'm okay with that. Our offensive linemen weren't even competent last year. If we supposedly have a good offensive line coach, figure it out. But we don't have no big whatever receiver. We need like a Malik Neighbors, or we need a Marvin Harrison Jr. or
Jalen
Rome
Hyatt had
Odunze.
big plays last year.
Jalen Hyatt had big plays, but his game, I guess he didn't. I guess his route running was a little bit in
I
question.
don't think it's route. I think it's the person that's throwing him the ball.
And
I'm
which
not trying to be a dick.
nobody couldn't really utilize his.
So I'm saying your best thrower was Tyrod Taylor.
But
last year.
couldn't utilize his
That boy threw
advantage.
That fucking ball at Jalen Hyatt.
Can't utilize his advantage because most of the times
The O-line, that's
the
what
O-
I'm saying. That's
Right.
why you should pick
Everything
up an
goes back to the
O-line.
O-line, bro.
everything goes to the O-line. So like I said,
I think you guys need to get the O-line because your team is, well, now it's bad because you don't have a running back. But if you had an O-line, I'm telling you, Saquon's going to cook this shit.
either way, I wouldn't be mad at an O-lineman, but if I got a receiver, I think I'd be. If I got a wide receiver, I would be happier. We need a wide receiver.
Cut this out, Dice.
You know, that's it.
End
That's
it.
All right. Well, listen, thank y'all for watching another episode here, the Triple Threat Sportscast. Please follow us on YouTube at Triple Threat Sportscast. Hit that red subscribe button. Click that yellow notification bell. You can also find us on Instagram. Find us on Instagram, Shamar here at Shamar for President.
It's your boy Dyson.
Excellent execution.
All right. You find us on TikTok as well.
Shamar be dancing on it.
Never. Can't get me on that.
I'll
But
get him dancing.
that's it for today, man. Thank y'all for joining us, man. Looking forward to speaking y'all the next time, man. We out.
Later.
Peace.